Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Take on Tottenham. My name is Ben, and this is my take on Tottenham. And full-time result: Tottenham 2, Southampton 3. What a match! What a match it was. It was probably really good for the neutral. Um, Exceptional if you're a Southampton fan, and frustrating if you're a Spurs fan. We will get into that. Um, a lot to talk about, of course. Bit of a roller coaster match, really. Despite the loss, I've got a few positives to talk about, but we will get into them in time. Um, but let's just get into it. So, quite a strong lineup. The two new signings, Benton Kerr and Kulusevski, both on the bench, as they were against Brighton in the FA Cup. We started with Højbjerg in the middle with Winks. Romero back. It's really good to see. Emerson Royale staying on the right. Sonny was back in the starting lineup as well, which was incredible to see because we love Sonny. It didn't really go to plan, any of it. Just in general overnight. Southampton really came out in the first 10 minutes, really pressing Spurs, really taking them by surprise. And anything I do say in this video in regards to my frustrations with Spurs, I have to get it out of the way straight away. There's nothing to take away from Southampton. I thought they were excellent tonight. I thought they were very well organised. I thought they were, I know they conceded 2 goals, but defensively I thought they were solid. I thought that they had a lot about them, and it was similar to the first match where we played them at St Mary's, and it was very again organised and obviously threatening with in particular players like James Ward-Prowse and Brozier and I think I'm a massive fan of James Ward-Prowse in particular. I think he's an incredible player. But yeah, let's get into it. So Spurs got through that first sort of 10 minutes. They started to break out a bit. Romero scored a header, but it was offside. A bit of a shame, but it was good to see him. He moved forward quite a bit today, especially in the last injury time. He was really far up the field, almost a striker role. But it's just really good to have him back. He had some really good defensive moments tonight. Some iffy, we will get into them, but some really good ones. Region had a massive chance, and Premier League, you need to be scoring this. Harry Kane fed the ball through. A brilliant pass again from Kane. Fed the ball through to Region, who was completely unmarked, had time, had anywhere to go, and he hits it straight at Forster. Great save from Forster, nevertheless, but you really, really, really need to be scoring them. You can credit the keeper, but you're in the Premier League, you need to be scoring that. And you look at it on the replay, bottom corner, top corner, and he went straight at perfect height for Forster. So frustrating, especially in hindsight with the result. You go, if they'd taken that chance, could it have been a different game? Who knows? But you need to be taking those chances, you really do. And then we managed to score in the end anyway. It looked like Sonny got the goal. It was great ball by Lucas through to Højbjerg, who threaded the ball into the middle, and it looked like Sonny got a touch, but it was actually Bednarek, I think it was, who got the own goal. And you're really hoping Spurs would push on from there, but they kind of the pattern of the match really. They just they'd score and then they wouldn't push on from that. Southampton started coming back again. Hugo made a great save against James Ward-Prowse. I think it was 25 yards out. It was a really good shot, great save. And Southampton got their goal. You could say deservedly. I say very frustratingly on my side as a Tottenham fan, because it was just defensively, mistake ridden. Started off with Ben Davies. He slipped the ball, bloody sliced the ball. It didn't get clear, and loads of people are just going to pile him on him. But it's not just him; it's the rest of the defence. Romero, Sanchez, Royale, Region, who were in the box. It's all of them, because was, yes, the mistake started from Davies. It didn't happen, and then Southampton scored. There was a play that happened in between that, and they managed to get it back, Southampton, and then create another chance and then get the goal. Spurs did not deal with it defensively at all. They didn't, and they only had themselves to blame with that sort of goal. I really don't think it's just Ben Davies, and I hope people don't just jump on him over it. It's the whole defence that should have dealt with that. It's not like it was not just like it happened within a second of him making the mistakes. Southampton lost the ball, managed to get it back, and then get the move going again, and then scored. And you need to cut them out. Another great save from Hugo, from Armstrong header. It was a real anxiety growing in the crowd. The right side, we were really struggling on. Emerson Royale, who had a terrible game. Spurs were really struggling on. So many crosses that went in today that Spurs were struggling with. Managed to survive till half time. Southampton really dominating towards the end of the first half, creating chances. They hit the bar. And we were struggling as well in the middle. Højbjerg and Winks were really not doing too good. I think I've personally felt like they really missed Skip tonight. That extra bit of solidarity. I thought Højbjerg had a poor game. I thought Winks had a better game than Højbjerg, but not much better. And they were really struggling. Spurs came out the second half. It was a better start. Kane hit the bar with a header. Hit it too far down. It bounced back up, hit the bar, I think it was. Bentancur came on and made, I thought, a really good impression. I know, like I said, there's positives in the loss. I thought Bentancur was one of the positives of the game. He came on, added that creativity we needed in the midfield, which we didn't really have with Winks or Højbjerg. I think Bentancur immediately won the crowd over with a lovely flick, and I think he produced a lovely diagonal pass to Lucas. Really, really lovely pass through to him, and I think we did create a challenge. We didn't score, but it was a lovely, lovely ball, and he had a good game. I thought Bentancur from his introduction. We did get the goal in the end. It was a bit of a controversial one, and I have to say, in hindsight, it's one of those that it's going to be one side sees it, another side sees it a different way, sort of thing. Look, I can absolutely 110% understand why any Southampton fan would feel aggrieved with that decision. Obviously, in hindsight, it doesn't matter with the decision because Southampton won the game. But I can absolutely understand why they would feel aggrieved by it. From a Spurs perspective, of course, I'm going to say play to the whistle. Spurs carried on, got the goal. Southampton kind of stopped and conceded. I have to look at it from, and if anyone watches my videos, they'll know that I've said this before. In a lot of games where these types of incidents have happened, that I would urge my players like I'm the manager, my team to play to the whistle. I know it sucks. I know the referee probably made a bad decision letting play go on because it could have been a potential head injury. But I'd be annoyed at my team for stopping and not carrying on, because at the end of the day, you are taught in school, play to the whistle. If in doubt, kick it out, sort of thing. And Southampton did kind of stop, and Spurs carried on and got the goal. Like I said, I can understand it. It wasn't a great challenge. I don't think there was any malice or intent in it, but I do think that it's probably something that it probably should have stopped for because of the head injury sort of laws at the minute and everything like that. But then you see Bro just standing up a few minutes after that looking absolutely fine, and obviously you think if it was serious there would have been he wouldn't have got up so quickly after it. So it's one of those, isn't it, really? It's one of those that I think anyone's going to go, Southampton fans won't like it. Spurs fans will go, yeah, it was fine. It was one of them, really. Great ball from Lucas to find Sonny. It was a really tidy finish from Sonny, and good to see him back on the score sheet as well. Good to see him back in the team. Spurs pretty much switched off then. After that, they really did, and it was so frustrating. Antonio Conte will not be happy at any of it. I kind of saw it coming really because Spurs really, as they got the goal, Southampton really came back into the game. They really snapped back to what they were like in the first half and creating chances, and it was so poor. Both goals that were coming, Sanchez, Royale, Romero, all poor marking. Last two games were the goals were completely identical virtually. Royale and Sanchez, I think, more at fault. The third goal that Southampton got virtually seconds after what felt like Royale completely at fault. Not marking, just not really with it, and just completing a poor display from him. Spurs got a goal in injury time, but it was disallowed, unfortunately. Steven Bergwijn, the apparently injury time maestro, came up and got his goal, but it was ruled out correctly for offside. Absolutely. But it's frustrating. Very, very frustrating performance from Spurs. I think, frustrating in the sense that with the games in hands and things like that, they need to be picking up these sorts of points. And one thing I have to credit, like I said, there are positives in the loss. People won't focus on them, and rightfully so, but I would like to highlight them. So one thing I have to say, even though it was disallowed and it was VAR and everything, I thought Spurs got that equaliser in the injury time, and they did exactly what they did against Leicester. And again, I really feel the need to highlight it because it shows off Antonio Conte's brilliance and his effect, the Conte effect. Spurs got the goal against Leicester, made it 2-2. Even less seconds to spare than this game. And they grabbed the ball straight out of the net. They didn't go up to the away fans and celebrate. They grabbed the ball straight out of the net and legged it back to the halfway line. And look what happened. They obviously got the win in the end, which was fantastic. Did it again today. They got that goal. They thought it was a goal. Fair enough. Bergwijn straight into the net trying to get that ball back because they wanted to get back playing again because they wanted to go for the win. And I absolutely have to commend that. It won't get talked about. It won't get highlighted. But please just be aware of it because I think it's just great of what Conte offers, and that's what he's done and what he's brought to this team. It obviously in hindsight nothing because we lost, but I think it's things like that I think I'm really grateful to see, and it's such a transformation from when we were under Nuno. And I think it shows a comparison sometimes. I was watching the West Ham Kidderminster game at the weekend. Really good game, really good FA Cup game. Like proper classic FA Cup game, and Declan Rice scored in the equaliser. Was it the equaliser in the last seconds? I can't remember. Yeah, it was the equaliser to take it into extra time against Kidderminster, who are non-league, and he just went straight to the fans and started celebrating with a Michael Jackson celebration. And I don't know. I kind of looked at that. I was like, you've just equalised against a non-league side, and like you go and celebrate with the fans. Where I've seen Bergwijn a couple of weeks before going straight to the halfway line in a Premier League game. That for me just shows you what Conte installs in the players' mindsets, and I really appreciate that. So that's a positive. Another positive, I thought Kane was fantastic. He didn't score, but I thought there was signs that he was getting back to what I consider was his best today. His passing was incredible today. He was finding every single player, and the ball was getting to them every single time. Really, really, what Kane does best is not. I know he can score and stuff. He does assists. He got golden assist, golden boot last season, but just his passing when he's just so good when he's on it. And you see, he didn't have this when he came back into the team in the summer. And I'm seeing it. And like I said, I know he didn't score, but I just thought he had a really good game tonight, I thought. Bentancur, another great, I thought he had a really good introduction. I thought Kulusevski wasn't great when he came on, but didn't really have too much to work with at that point. Emerson Royale, I thought, was absolutely diabolical today by a country mile. Absolutely woeful. And Christian Romero had really good moments and really bad moments. He had some moments where he gave the ball away, a bit worrying, and some amazing tackles, and even getting forward and creating chances at times. So, look, frustrating, obviously. More negatives, but there are positives there. I'm going to try and focus on them. I'm very interested to see what Conte says after it. He looked very annoyed. He was very animated on the touchline. I find it hilarious seeing him on the touchline. I think he's absolutely brilliant. I just laugh most of the time. But yeah, he's definitely a personality. Definitely has a lot of charisma. And yeah, so yeah, it obviously gutting, but we have to pick ourselves up and go against Wolves now on Sunday. It's going to be a very difficult game. Wolves are having a very good season. So yeah, we'll have to be at our best for that one as well. So yeah, let me know what you thought about the game in the comments section below. Yeah, we have to go again, don't we? We've still got games in hand, so it's not the end of the world, but a bit of a setback. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see the reaction. So I will see you guys in the next video. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, the like button. Leave me comments what you thought about the match. Conte's first home defeat, I think, as well. So yeah, let me know what you thought about the match down below. And I will see you guys on Sunday afternoon. So I'm choking, I can't talk anymore. As always, come on, you Spurs.